here now.
All right, so we're live. Give me just a second. I'll
Yeah.
get this here. We'll go ahead and call this meeting to order. Today's date is November the 3rd, 2025, and this is the Tell City Common Council meeting. If everybody could please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you all. You may be seated. Okay, next item on the agenda is the adoption of the agenda. Are there any additions or changes to the agenda as presented? Is there a motion to approve the agenda?
Motion?
Motion made by Brian. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Mike. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Agenda stands approved. We do not have any minutes to approve for this meeting, so we'll go down to the approval of the accounts payable vouchers. Accounts, I believe they went around and some of you have looked at them and signed them. Are there any changes or, questions on those?
Motion to approve.
Motion made by Larry. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mike. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next item is comments of citizens. If there are any citizens that would like to make any comments for anything that's not on the agenda, come up to the microphone, state your name and address for the minutes. Okay. Move on to committee and ward reports. We'll start first with Larry Kleeman, Ward 1.
Thank you, Mayor. Had several activities the past month. On October the 7th, I was able to participate in a planning listening session that was sponsored by the Perry County Development Corporation as well as the city for future use of the old hospital site. It was, I don't know, we spent about an hour and a half, I think.
Yeah, pretty close to
around
that.
Ideas and everything. And there were about, I think, 24 or so students from Tell City Junior Senior High School from the business class that participated in that event also.
I plan to go out to the school and kind of do a little bit of a follow-up with them.
I
want
think
to hear more of their
that would be
ideas.
good because they had a lot of questions after the session. And I think it would be good if some follow-up could be done.
And there's going to be an online survey. I've got to look over it one more time and get final approval, and they're going to post an online survey as well. So those that couldn't make it, they have that option. There'll be more things. This isn't just a one and then final.
Okay.
So.
On October 10th, I was able to participate in the dedication of the newest Habitat for Humanity home at 903 Gutenberg Street. It's the third home completed in that block on 3 lots that they had available to them. So the mayor was there also.
Nice home.
It is, very nice
Very
home.
nice.
It was constructed by Perry Central through their building trades program and then moved down there with a truck and a crane, and now it's occupied by the new owner. So I was happy to participate in that. October 11th, I participated in the Farm to Table program at the Perry County Fairgrounds. They had a good turnout. That's sponsored mainly by the PCDC Quality of Life Committee, Tell City Culinary Arts, Perry Central FFA program also. And it was a good program. I believe you were there, Mayor. I didn't see you while I was there, but
Farm to table?
yeah.
I missed that
You
one.
missed that.
I had tickets to go.
Well, I was going to give you credit for it, but.
Oh.
So,
Well,
Oh, yeah, you were there.
I was there in spirit.
okay. The food was very good, by the way, so. Also, on October the 25th, I attended the Tell City Marching Marksman Band community performance that they put on. They presented their program that they put on at Franklin Semi-State over the weekend, and they've been selected to go to the state finals on this coming Saturday. So we have a small band, but they are a great group of kids. And if you get any opportunity to see them perform or give them some support, they're going to need a lot of support. Also, I was pleased to see that they were able to use the new bus that the school corporation purchased through, and the city helped out with this portion of our ARP funds to purchase that bus, and it's just safer and it provides a much safer transportation and more convenient transportation for those long trips, so. On October the 28th, I had the opportunity to meet with Andy Hicks and Paige to go over the Tell City Electric Department proposed 26 budget, which I think we're acting on later this evening. So I appreciate the opportunity to meet with them, and they answered all my questions. So I'll try to come up with one a little bit later, though. So.
Under the gun.
Yeah. And Mayor, if this is really not part of my water report, but I'm wondering if maybe under your report or at some future date, we can get a status of the Highway 66 sidewalk project?
Yeah, we just had a progress report, and so far it's moving along. So, yeah, it'll be let in January, I think, so it's actually gonna be let for bid. I can't remember the date,
The last I
but,
heard was in
In
Yeah.
January?
and then construction will still start in the spring,
Okay,
summer, so, yeah.
okay. Also, the status, has there been any movement on the Ivy Tech building rental?
Yeah, there's been some movement on that. Took some tours of it, got some more information, so we should be proposing another year, about a year lease, and that gives us some time to work on some different negotiations that we can do. So,
Okay.
so that typically they were 2 years, so this one would be just for a 1 year. Was it 3 years or 2 years, actually?
One.
Well, before. I think it's 2, yeah.
I thought it was two.
Yeah, so this next one is be for 1 year, and that gives us that 1 year to kind of negotiate some different things to get, hopefully, a different,
Okay.
I guess, proposal. together.
And the last thing, and I know there was, I think, a meeting today with the contractor and other folks, but status of the cleanup and demolition of the old hospital site.
Yeah, the one guy couldn't, the boss man of it, the owner of the company, couldn't make this meeting. He actually had a prior commitment. And we discovered some emails that we weren't getting for some reason on the city side. So what I would send him emails, Dave was replying back. Well, Janice and I, whoever had the .gov wasn't getting the replies, like everybody else was. So we were kind of like, they never replied. I don't know what was going on. So we had to meet with Anj and try to figure out what caused that block, so we didn't get them. But we're gonna meet on the 13th on site again, and that's what we're gonna hopefully get some more things together. But it'll get done. It's just not as fast as what we were told it would take. And they've really, in the last 30, 60 days, made a lot more headway. I can tell you that. Like, I wish the current project manager that's on site now had been here from the beginning, because we would have been way done before now. So he's on it.
Are we still on target for closing it out by the end of the year?
Yes, well, I'd have to, yes, starting the closeout process. You have to have it started, not to be completely, I think, is how I understood it.
Okay,
So yes, we are,
okay.
yeah.
Okay, thank you. That's all
All
I
right,
got.
all right, Ward 4, Mike Finley.
Speaking for myself and fellow board members, adding to what Larry said, we're proud of the high school fall sports teams and band, and their coaches and directors. They represented us to the best of their ability. This past month or so, I saw down at the new sports arena, kids playing just for fun. No coaches, no fans, just playing ball. And I have a list of kids who previously did the same thing. Waited to play basketball to take on the winter. played football year-round, swam year-round, ran track year-round, not just in season, not just with a coach. And it's a pretty impressive group. Of course, they had impressive coaches who turned out to be Hall of Fame coaches. Lockmuller, Talley, Bussey, Spencer, Page. But they didn't make those kids well. They showed up having played all year. Here's some that went on to play college ball. Mike King, Paul Werner, Steve Lockmuller, Steve Smith, Tom Cron, Burke Scott, Dave Alvey. They were the ones that were waiting to play for fun. And I think we need to do more of that, just like the kids that I saw down there playing. It's the first time I've seen anybody like that playing down there. I live real close to the courts, and I very seldom see anyone like in a group, maybe individually shooting, but not playing just for the fun of it. These guys showed up, they were ready to play. They'd played all year. Their coaches assisted in their successes. It's possible if the kids will get out of the house to the courts, playing, recreating, getting better, so they don't just show up, okay, coach me, and only just play only when there's officials, fans, and coaches. And that's enough rambling. I think we're capable of so much more if we just get off the phones and recreate with our friends.
And I think it's great that I think this council and the city recognizes that, and we're continuing to improve our facilities, from our pools to our basketball courts, pickleball, even the restrooms, the ball fields. There's a lot of things that we're continuing to improve the quality of life for all the kids to come in and play and do that and
Yeah,
socialize.
true. The facilities are there.
Yeah.
And just get the kids out there to play.
Well, all it takes is for you to get started and seeing it, and then they tell their friends, and before you know it, hopefully, more and more want to get
That's what I'm hoping,
involved.
when I saw those kids playing ball down there. That's a good sign.
It is. We're very proud of it. All right. Philip Simpson, Ward 3.
Yeah, no report.
No report. All right. Brian Steen,
Okay,
you're Ward 2.
on 10/27, I went to the LEPC meeting, and we were told that our budget had been cut $800 a year, which we expected that. We're losing 4 members in that board, and I think they're going to pick up Dave Falkenberg, taking Alan's place along. So we're going to get some people coming in here later on. Also attended 21st, 22nd, 23rd, the AIM meetings up at French Lick. Gerald, yourself, and Connie and I were up there. It was kind of a somber meeting, I thought, because of what the legislature is going to be doing to municipalities. It wasn't just Tell City. It wasn't just any, it was all cities. It was 1,200 people up there, elected officials, that heard them say that, they're going to cut this money coming down. Now, I'm all for cutting taxes, but if you have to do this, and these cities, some of these cities are going to really suffer. And then not just us, it's going to be counties, it's going to be the cities. So it's just something that everybody, taxpayers, need to look at. It's great to have your taxes cut, but some of this stuff, if you're running your budget as good as you can, then some of this is really going to hurt a lot of people in the long run, I think.
Well, what services will have to be cut?
Exactly. You can't get everything for free. My dad always told me that. There's nothing free in life. So, but other than that, I think we had a really good meetings up there, and I think that's all I've got, more too.
All right. Thank you, Brian. Councilman at Large, Joe Yakeley?
Well, a lot of it's already been discussed. The mayor and I did tour Ivy Tech, looked at their facilities. They have a lot of things out there that probably people don't understand what they do. They have a real good welding, electrical, nursing, CNA programs. It's the stuff that the local industries want for them kids. And, you know, we discussed the lease and the amount, but we're gonna do a short-term lease. Jeff Haggerton's working on, I think, for a year. They do a lot of minor repair that we don't know about. They admitted that, you know, small stuff they can take care of, so that helps.
Well, they've replaced 2, 3, or added, actually, didn't replace, heating and air units.
Yes,
That weren't there before.
yes. But I'm sure that lady, I think her last name's Zogelman, would
Katie?
let you
Well, King.
turn if you want to get hold of
Yeah.
her. But it's come a long way, what it was 20 years ago or 30 years ago. So it's a good thing for the community. I did attend a meeting with Larry on the hospital grounds. They had the high school kids there and the junior high throwing ideas out. You can't do anything for 5 years, we know that, but we're planning. I went to the AIM conference, and the whole conference was Senate Bill 1. It's going to destroy, it's going to hurt every town, city, and state of Indiana. That's the best way to put it. And how much? 27 is going to be bad, and 28 will be terrible if they don't fix it. It's going to get real bad. You know, it's reality. I did attend the insurance committee meeting. Connie and I and the mayor, I think it was last Friday or one day, they come in and explained our insurance options for 26, and our cost is kept way down. I was really less than we thought.
Yeah.
And I know Connie and the mayor been working on how we're gonna pay for that, so. We did budget, Connie did budget for that. We're gonna come out a little bit better than what we thought, which is a plus. But the main thing, if anybody's watching, you've gotta get a hold of them state legislators, because this Senate Bill 1 it's gonna take things that we've done for years, we're not gonna be able to do it. We just can't, but it's just not gonna be there, you know? So,
There'll be some cuts probably in the future to services.
but when you start cutting money, you gotta cut services.
We gotta prioritize our needs and our wants.
So.
When it comes to that.
And I mean, like Brian and I, well, we all went, it's pretty well the whole thing was Senate Bill 1. You know,
There's an awful lot of talk about it.
a whole lot of talk about it.
Are we forced to raise taxes locally then, to compensate for?
No, not necessarily forced to raise
You can't raise
taxes.
taxes, you gotta raise your fees and that.
Yeah.
In order to bring in more money.
Yeah.
When it comes down to the Lowit, now that is a tax that you either will have to consider putting it up and imposing, but it goes away, and then you can, from the county side, and then they can choose to adopt it, I think, and then we can, and that's just gonna turn into a whole wheel tax mess again. That's what it's gonna do.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be honest. That's how I see it happening.
That's the gist I've got of those meetings too. That's
But maybe I'm
exactly
wrong.
what I understood.
That's some things I know they're trying to work around and see if there's better options, you know.
Yeah, they want to eliminate property tax, but they don't want to give you no money to make up for it. And then that law was like 1.2, if I remember.
It's
And-
the max you can do, yeah.
Yeah, the
It's
max, which we could recoup. But it's going to hit the county hard too.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's gonna hit all of them.
I don't know.
Well,
Everybody wants to cut, okay, get ready, because you're not going to get the city services.
we'll see what, when tax bills do come out in the spring and fall for next year, 26, 25 payable in 26. We'll see how much they went down for property owners and businesses, if they notice a difference. I don't know it, I think it varies from one to another, how much it would or go down.
I wouldn't,
We'll see.
I think there was some discussion about we're trying to recoup some money through an increased sales tax. A lot of states don't have property tax, but everything you buy, they take it up a penny or two, and then you recoup some of that money.
Problem is, our sales tax is already higher than
I know.
than Kentucky. Well, I know it's a penny, yes, I understand that, but
My sister lives in
Yes, ma'am.
Tennessee, I think they got a 9-cent sales tax, but they don't have a whole lot of property tax.
yeah.
It's each state's different, but that's what, they're saying here.
They don't have a payroll tax there either, do they?
I don't know about that, but.
Problem is, if you're buying.
Federal government said state fix it, state sent it down to us, said you fix it. So we're the end of the trail. That's how it's working. I mean, that's the best way to describe it.
Only bad thing about that is if you go to look at making a significantly large purchase, several $1,000s, would you buy it in Indiana or Kentucky based on that 1%? If it's several percent off, you're gonna go to another state potentially,
Sure.
if you're neighboring like we are.
Right.
If you're more center of Indiana, no, but in this area, and, I don't know, it's a,
Sales taxes are not the answer.
so,
And they're a regressive tax, and they're not the answer. And for at least 10 years, longer than that, I've been complaining about paying sales tax on water and electricity.
utilities, yeah.
Between Tell City water customers and Tell City electric customers, there's $500,000 collected every year of sales taxes that goes to Indianapolis, and we don't get a dime of it.
Yep. There's options out
And
there.
it's just wrong
Well, yeah, it's wrong.
to tax people on the water they use.
But anyway, that's my report.
Okay. All right, any statement or comments from the clerk treasurer?
No, I mean, I attended the same meeting they all did, heard all the same stuff.
All right. Okay, we'll move on then. We do not have anything under old business. We'll jump right down to new business. Item A is the flood damage prevention ordinance. So council, I have a couple extra, I don't know if you each have a copy or not. I don't,
She said she just made a couple copies
there's
to lay on the counter.
one there if you guys, because they're front and back and
There's some kind of a meeting
we're saving our printers, right? And since our printer's on its last leg still, we're trying to just limp it along. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. So Steve is here. He's worked on this for quite some time. And I think, now you did get an email to you, right? You should have had an email.
I think.
Yes,
Okay, I want to make sure you've had it then, okay. So, this is basically, the title is what it is. Jeff said we didn't have to read the entire ordinance because it is 28 pages, and, I mean, if you really want me to read it, I can, but we'll have to order it
I
separate.
guess what prompted this?
Steve?
DNR mandated that we updated.
When did they mandate this?
Oh, maybe a year ago.
So,
So we have an existing ordinance that's being updated?
We did, yes.
and Jeff and Steve together have worked on this to get it to this point.
Okay.
So, is there a motion for the first reading of the ordinance?
So moved.
Motion by Philip. Is there a second by
Second.
Brian? Any further discussion? All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. First reading is the flood damage prevention ordinance, ordinance number 1229. And we kind of just talked about it briefly, that it is an update of our current one, bringing it up to today's terminology and different standards that need to be added to it, so. Is there a motion to suspend the rules for second and third reading by title only?
So moved.
Motion made by Gerald, is there a second?
second.
Second by Mike, any further discussion? All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Second reading, flood damage prevention ordinance, ordinance number 1229. Third reading, flood damage prevention ordinance, ordinance number 1229. So council, you've had first, second, third reading of 1229. Is there a motion to adopt?
Hey, I have a question, Chris. This, I didn't see anywhere in here, maybe I'm missing it, where this is an update of a current ordinance. Does it say that in there?
It should. Jeff couldn't be here this evening. He's at an attorney's conference, not city attorneys, but just an attorney's conference. I feel like I've read something in there unless that part was changed, because Jeff has worked on this I feel like he's worked on it for a year, off and on, but it's not been that long. It's just that much. Let's see here.
I thought I did see something in here that said it was,
There's reference to adopting area flood insurance rate maps in October 2019 on pages 10 and 11.
Let me go to the back page. That might be right. I think it's in there. Oh, Larry, you're gonna make me think I'm crazy now, because I know I feel like I read that in there, but
Yeah, I thought I read something too, Chris.
no.
I'm glad Dodie sent it,
Well, we have to have it, right, Steve? Correct, Mr. Goodson?
Steve, we do, yeah, Gerald was asking, but the answer is
You
yes.
gotta have this.
I'm sorry?
We have to have this.
Yes,
Definitely.
definitely. Yeah, and it has been approved by DNR, yeah.
Okay,
So,
that's a big plus.
yes.
As long as you got their blessing.
And any actions under this, are they taken by the council or by you?
It has
or
to be
by-
adopted by the council, yes.
So the plan commission is not involved in this at all?
No, just the council.
I sure can't find it, Mayor.
I can't either now. Is there any other further discussion while I'm trying to find this?
I will vote for this because evidently we need it. And I would hate to stop anything from occurring because we didn't have an ordinance adopted. But I really object to the fact having this thing emailed to us on Friday. It's a lengthy document. I scanned it, I can't tell you I read every word of it, but I read a lot of it.
Yeah,
And I mean, it's pretty serious stuff, so I won't do this again without having advance information.
Any further discussion? All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
I'm sorry,
There was a motion by Brian, I think.
who
Yeah.
made the motions? Because as you said that, then Larry.
Yeah, I did. You're right,
spoke.
Connie. I'm sorry.
So I didn't
Oh.
get, so I think you need to do the motion.
Sorry, I missed that
before
point.
they approve it, okay?
Brian makes a motion, and then who was seconding it?
I'll second it.
Second by Gerald. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, sorry.
Thank you.
I got out of the
Yeah.
cycle of it all.
Got out of
All
my-
right, thank you. Okay, next item on the agenda under new business, item B, it's the Tulsa Electric Department's 2026 budget. We have General Manager Andy Hicks here, as well as the Board Chair, J.P. Land, and their, I don't call it controller, but their Chief CFO, right? CFO? Yeah, Paige here as well, for any questions that the council may have regarding their budget. But Andy, if there's anything specifically you want to highlight or discuss, the floor is yours, sir.
Yeah, I can go over some highlights, and then if you have questions, feel free to stop me and ask, and I will answer them for you. This is basically a typical budget like we normally do. We're around $20 million budget. We're looking at a 2.4% increase from IMPA. That is on us. We absorb that. Small percentage of that is calculated through the tracker. But for instance, this fourth quarter, I put some numbers together for you. This fourth quarter compared to last year's fourth quarter on the tracker for our residential, last year they were paying about per 1,000 kilowatt hours a month, they were paying $7.36. This year, they're at $2.89. So it's been a pretty significant decrease. A while back, Councilman Kleeman stopped by and asked me, and I did some math for him. It's on average, our customers are seeing about a 3.8% decrease this year from last year. So next year, the rates, most of those rates are actually coming through the demand side. The actually kilowatt hour rate is actually coming down a little bit. So for our residential customers, it really should be a flat line, which in today's time is great news. I know many of you seen CenterPoint's taking some licks right now, and so are the other investor-owns across the state.
Is that in Evansville?
Yeah,
Centerpoint?
yeah, they serve Evansville, and
That's
yeah.
been wild, it looks like.
Yeah, we're seeing, and that's what Larry actually came to me about. He brought information, it was some news article, and actually, a few days later, I went to my IMPA meeting, I got the same article, so appreciate that, I was already ready for it. Some of your investor owners have seen anywhere from 15% up to 32% increase. And we were sitting there at 3.8% decrease. So I'm proud of the work that we do here to keep costs down, but also what IMPA does to help keep costs level. So, but with that said, Phase 2 of JV Land Substation, we have already got material starting to come in. This next year, we're looking at around just under $700,000 worth of material for that station. And then by 2028, hopefully July 2028, we'll be close to firing that side up. Most of our cost is in 2028. We're looking a little over $3 million for the substation. The board and with Page, we have decided to pay for this with our reserves. You know, the years of setting money back has allowed us to do this, which also save our ratepayers tons of money, especially in interest. So we're going to fully fund that substation again, like we did the Phase 1. And if everything works out, and she's usually pretty accurate with her numbers, when the project's all said and done, we'll be sitting about where we were at when we started this project in the reserves. So I feel like the money's there to do it, so that's what we plan to do.
Great.
Also, our E2 customer project out there at our industrial park, we started the project this year of changing the breakers. It's a 3-year project. We have multiple breakers out there. We will also fund that out of our reserves as well. We have a special reserve for the industrial park. It's half the cost. We share half the cost with Southern Indian Power. Once again, we're going to take that out of the reserves, fund that. We started planning for this actually over a year ago, and we upped the contribution to that reserve account. And once this project's done, should be done somewhere around the end of 2027 if everything goes well, we will actually end with the reserves, having more money in that reserves than we started. So doing a lot of moving and working and saving. So it all equates to saving our customers money. So proud of that. 2.5 years ago, we started allocating money for our disconnect meters. We can see the light at the end of the tunnel. When we started, we had about 3,000 meters to change out. I think we're down to around 700 left, with about 300 in stock. So we're actually lowering that cost. We dropped it down to 30,000. Figured by next year or the year after, we'll have that completed. And really what that was doing, I hope we never have to use them. But 2 years ago, it got pretty serious. MISO, I know y'all read things all the time that these data centers is sucking more energy and we're having a peak shave or having potential some customers have brownouts. So 2 years ago, we all got put on the message list, and I actually get my message from MISO. This past summer, I didn't get the first alert, but 2 years ago, I got level 3. Level 4, you have to start asking people to cut back. Level 5, they'd call you and say, start cutting load. So the easiest way to do that is with the disconnects meter. We can group them together, and the plan would be if that day ever comes, we'll do a 30-minute rolling. But I'll be able to pick and choose customers. So we have some customers that are on life support, things of that nature. Those customers would not be affected. Versus before we had this, you're basically going to a tap fuse and pulling it. Anybody's behind it would be out. So this kind of lets us avoid those critical customers. Like I said, I hope we never have to use that. Right now, IMPA has backup emergency power that they use to kind of shed us from that. But if MISO calls, we have to do it, or they'll start cutting grids. So it's a big problem that hopefully will be addressed on the federal level. But the more they shut down coal plants, the bigger that issue becomes. So we just don't have the renewable resources at this time to keep up with the load. So moving on down, after we get done with the substation, our main focus then will be getting back up to that 90-day supply and our reserves. Like I said, we'll be pretty close to that once we get done with this project, but that will be our goal once we get past the substation of reallocating more money back to the reserves. Out of the $20 million project, we're estimating around $15.3 million to be paid for purchase power. Let that sink in. the bulk of the money we collect, it goes right back to our purchase power. Then we have another $1.1 million that goes for depreciation, and then another $140,000 for pilot salaries on the city's part. So altogether, I think about 84% of our budget, or 82% this year. It kind of fluctuates from 82 to 86, depending on purchase power. This year, I'm calculating about 82% of that budget is out of our control, with 18% that goes to us to run the operations, maintenance, salaries, utilities.
That's out of that 20 million.
Yes.
Wow.
Yep. So, a lot of people get surprised when I tell them that. They're like, oh my God. So, it's not just a free-for-all. And I'm thankful to have Paige for that, because she keeps me and everybody else in check. She gives me that look, and I know, all right, I can't get that today. But overall, we got some other things in here. We budgeted in this budget $25,000 for the state board audit. As Connie knows, they increased those audits last year, so
Every time we get audited.
we hope it comes in less than that, but
Yeah, you never know.
we do have $9,000 budgeted this year for a rate study. It's been 4 years. The last one we did a cost of service study, which was much bigger. It was around 25,000. So they'll just look at the rates. Our structure hadn't changed. We have the same amount of customers we did before. So we'll do that. It'll be much cheaper. It's $9,000. We plan to do that. Start maybe the end of the first quarter. We'll wait to get the full year's data in. We'll submit that, and just see what that comes back. Right now, I'm hopeful that we won't need to do anything, but
Yeah.
that's why you do a rate study, so.
Is there questions the council has yet, or? Andy's got one through. Well, if you don't have any questions, we can go ahead and jump to the ordinance. If Andy, you don't have anything else, I don't want to cut you off.
No, I mean, if y'all are good, I'm good.
I really like all the notes. And what, is E2 customer, is that Wapaka?
He can't say who his customer,
Yeah,
Really?
not supposed to, no.
yeah.
It's like, would you want him out there talking about your electric bill?
It's,
Yeah.
It's,
I'm just using it as an example.
it's our industrial part.
Okay.
Yeah. It actually feeds multiple customers, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're very strict of what I can and can't talk about.
Well, that makes sense.
So,
Yeah, I didn't mean to be mean, I'm sorry if I came off.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, it's kind of like a, I don't know, like a HIPAA violation type stuff, but you know what I mean?
Right.
Not that serious, but
Yeah.
they, out of respect. you
Yeah,
wouldn't
they
want-
do have a public image, they don't want to get,
That you wouldn't want them coming in there getting your electric bill and,
yeah.
I don't know. Personally, I don't know what anybody do with it, but, they just whatever, right? So, all right, is there a motion for the first reading of the ordinance?
I make a motion.
Motion by Brian, is there a second?
I'll second it.
Second by Gerald. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, first reading. Ordinance number 1230 of the Common Council of the City of Tell City, Indiana, to accept and adopt the budget of the Tell City Electric Department for the fiscal period 2026.
We don't have that, do we?
You do not have this, no.
No,
I just got it
She
this
just,
afternoon.
she just got it.
saving paper.
But I mean, yeah.
Okay.
There, believe it or not, it's probably the shortest ordinance I think we've ever.
Yeah.
Do you want me to read it entirely, since you guys don't have it?
No.
It's up to you. Okay. So the first reading of ordinance number 1230, is there a motion to suspend the rules for second, third reading by title?
Motion.
Motion by Larry, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mike, any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, motion carried. Second reading, ordinance number 1230 of the Common Council of the City of Tell City, Indiana, to accept and adopt the budget of the Tell City Electric Department for the fiscal period 2026. Third reading, ordinance number 1230 of the Common Council of the City of Tell City, Indiana, to accept and adopt the budget of the Tell City Electric Department for the fiscal period 2026. So council, you had a first, second, third reading of 1230. Is there a motion to adopt?
Motion to adopt.
Motion by Gerald, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Larry. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion adopted. All right.
Thank you all.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
That concludes new business. We'll jump down to mayor's report. As I reported In the Board of Works, it's an honor to be hosting Mayor's Roundtable down here. November 20th, this will be one of the more southern part of Indiana mayors. Will visit Tell City, and we'll have some different programs and sessions and stuff. And so it's an honor to have them here. And so looking forward to that. Just a reminder, on Veterans Day is November 11th, so that's next Tuesday. And city employees are off, so there will not be trash, and it's also recycle week, Jim said. So you'll see those services delayed one day. So if your trash day is on Tuesday, it's on Wednesday. If trash day is on Wednesday, it's going to be Thursday. And then if it's Thursday, it's Friday, and so forth. So Monday would be normal, so don't let anybody fool you on that one. So we'll have that going on then. Tell City Strong, they're accepting registrations for the Christmas parade, which is December the 6th. So I look for the council to have their award-winning float ready this year, right? Is it going to be, I hear it's supposed to be pretty fancy. So, Philip, you're in charge of it, they said.
Brian's on top.
Brian, you and Brian are on it? All right. We'll get that big rocker I have and put it in there. How about that, right? Wouldn't that be fun?
We're bringing the rig record.
Yeah.
Big arms.
Yeah, you better have some horsepower.
And lastly, under the mayor's word, I did attend the conference up at French Lick. It was a really good conference. A lot of it was about Senate Bill 1, but there was also a lot of really good sessions that I got a lot of, but also the networking. You'd be surprised how much you learn. And I met with one of the vendors up there, and she was explaining to me about some energy assistant programs that residents can actually apply for. So I'm going to research that a little bit further. That might be able to help someone, actually energy assistant, but it's like they'll go in and maybe I can replace a hot water heater or something like that. So I'm going to research that a little further and see what we can do with that. So it was a great conference. Looking forward to doing it all over again next year, because you really get a lot out of them. So that's all I have in our mayor's report. If there's nothing else to come for the council, there's a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
By Philip, Gerald second. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Meeting adjourned. Thank you all.
Yeah, thank you.